Andrew McCart for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here with Alex Arthur, former British, Commonwealth, European, WO featherweight champion of the world. How's that for an intro, mate?
Aye, there you go, eh?
Obviously, you're in Meadowbank Boxing Gym just now. You still got your hands on in the Scottish boxing scene a wee bit here?
Yeah, a wee bit here. I've been here for a few years now, I think 2.5 years. My son Macklin boxes for Meadowbank Boxing Club.
Behind you there, yeah?
Yeah, shadow boxing, getting ready for he's got a fight this weekend. Lee McGregor and Sean Spence. I've been doing a wee bit of work with those boys as well, and they're coming on a ton. Sean's away to Poland on Tuesday, and Lee's in Serbia. In fact, fights the Brazilian today.
You spoke about Lee McGregor there. Obviously he's one of Scotland's top amateurs. How far do you see this kid going? There's a lot of people raving about him.
Yeah, he's the best young fighter I've seen coming for Edinburgh for quite some time now. I often say since I looked in the mirror, and you know, I think it's a fair enough statement to make. When you watch him, you know, even sparring with professionals, he's outstanding.
See the Scottish boxing scene at the moment compared to your day. How healthy is it just now? Do you think it's on the rise? Scottish boxing with Josh Taylor, obviously Jason Easton, a couple of other guys there.
Definitely on the rise. We've always had a real talent pool in Scotland, in terms amateurs and professionals both. And I think the right guidance and the right coaching and being in the right place at the right time helps a lot. And I think since me and Scott Harrison kind of came along,
paved the way,
yeah, things have kind of got a lot better since then, and I think they will continue to get better as well in the future. Obviously,
Josh Taylor as well, using the cusp, he's one of the guys that's leading the way just now in the professional ranks anyway. There's obviously a lot of talk about him becoming world champion and stuff like that. Do you see that happening?
Yeah,
Josh?
Definitely. I don't see any reason why Josh shouldn't become a world champion. You know, if Ricky Burns can become a world champion at light welterweight, I'm almost positive Josh Taylor can. I think he would have gave Ndongo a way better fight, you know, than what Ricky did. You know, he's been guided really well. He's working down in London, which is, I think, good for Josh being away from home. I think it's good for him, and you know, he's around about some really experienced guys and some good fighters as well. The likes of David Hay and Carl Frampton and George Groves are kind of like his stable mates. So it's a brilliant foundation for Josh that he's built. Yeah,
obviously, you're a expert analyst in Sky Sports, so I'm going to get your opinion on the big fight this weekend with Joshua and Klitschko. Yeah. How do you see that fight going?
I really can't see it going any other way than an Anthony Joshua victory, because of the fact that he's young and he's hungry and he's ambitious, and I just think that Klitschko has just went that wee bit too far now. I think he's past his sell-by date probably, and you know, he's had a long hard career. You know, an Olympic gold medalist in 1996. You know, and it's a long hard road, and you know, he's in his early 40s now, and I think he's been a wee bit too inactive. And Anthony Joshua's he's got a nice momentum going, and I just don't think he can be stopped at this point.
Do you think, obviously it's not quite the 90s heavyweight division, but do you think the heavyweight division's on the rise by Anthony Joshua? Do you think he can bring it back to the heydays of...
I think he definitely can. I think there's no doubt about it. I mean, he's done a fantastic job up to now, and I mean, this is a massive test for him. Going on Klitschko's last performance against Tyson Fury, it seemed like he just couldn't pull the trigger. That was the deciding factor in the fight. Couldn't let his right hand go. He looked bored and flat, and like he came to the end. You know, that's what it looked like. And I think going up against Anthony Joshua next is maybe just going to be that step too far. I think he might get knocked out.
Klitschko get knocked out?
Might get knocked out. Yeah, but listen, this is heavyweight boxing. You know, anything can happen. You know, I think it was Lennox Lewis that said many years ago, it's heavyweight boxing is like chess, but one wrong move and your brain explodes. You know, and it's a great example. It's a great analogy. Boxing at that weight class, anything can happen.
Yeah, well, you've got guys like Deontay Wilder. Last question, Alex. Sorry, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Do you think any of these two will be able to put a challenge to AJ if he gets through Klitschko?
I think they can both definitely challenge him. Whether they'll beat him or not is another matter. And I think that his confidence level after this fight will go through the roof. That the momentum that he gains for this fight, for a victory, I think will take his confidence to a whole other level. And I think that the timing of a Fury fight or a Wilder fight after a Klitschko victory would be bad for both men. I think that that Anthony Joshua's confidence will be sky high, and I don't think after this fight there won't be anybody he's unwilling to take on.
Yeah, right, obviously you've got your two boys in the gym now. I'm going to get their opinion on the Klitschko fight, if that's alright. Mark, listen! Come here, boy. Listen!
Wait, what?
There we go.
Questions about the fight?
When you get Mark, this is Alex's younger boy, Mark Lynn. He's got his gloves on and all. And this is the middle one, Liston. Right, boys, give me a quick brief on the Joshua Klitschko fight. Who's going to win?
Right, you go first. Joshua.
Liston?
Joshua. Don't know, probably about round 9 or 10. I'd knockout.
Knockout round 9 or 10, Liston?
Joshua on points.
Right, good stuff. Alex, thanks very much, my man.
No worries, mate. My pleasure.